Hello, I'm Andrea Keller. I'm the head of Jazz and Improvisation at the Melbourne Conservatorium of Music, and I'm a lecturer in our degree or our specialisation, and I teach mainly in composition, oral, performance, improvisation and piano. We're actually trying to breed our own version of the triple threat, which is the performer, composer, improviser. We teach really strong music fundamentals through a jazz lens and an improvisation lens, but they're learning it with the idea that they'll be finding their own voice and creating their own take on music, which might be influenced by a big variety of styles. And we encourage our students to think more broadly about where they come from musically, what their background is, and bringing those influences with them, that's very much part of them. Students all specialise in an instrument or a voice, and through that learning we have a small ensemble experience and a large ensemble experience. We highly encourage composition as a way of finding individual voice, and we provide regular tuition and opportunities for that. So in the recital performances it's not imperative, but it is encouraged that students explore performing their own original material. In terms of ensemble rehearsals and performances, the facilities are fantastic. A large number of ensemble rooms that are fully equipped with amplifiers and drum kits and audio equipment and PAs and all of that. And we have a lot of practice rooms, which is wonderful for all of our students, but particularly we find for piano players or drummers who maybe don't have instruments at home or can't make as much noise at home, or brass players, for example. One of the wonderful aspects is that we have the Brian Brown studio, a recording studio in the St Kilda Road building. And our students regularly go in with their small ensembles to record the repertoire they've been working on. Being on this wonderful campus in South Bank, there's of course all the different art schools, artists all wanting to interact and create relationships. And often those relationships that are fostered here at university do go on for a lifetime. There's a lot of really meaningful exchanges that occur. They also have a lot of opportunities to interact with the staff. Jazz and improvisation is a highly collaborative art form, and it has a really strong history of mentorship, and that travels through even in a more formalised education setting like in a university, is this idea that even the teachers are learning from the students and wanting to collaborate or finding ways to work together. We have a really fantastic team of sessional staff as well as permanent staff who are really active in the Australian music scene and even beyond our borders. We also have an increasing number of guest artists visiting, which will include performances with the international guests, workshops, instrument specific and more broadly for our full cohort. So there's a few opportunities for external people to come in and work with our students, but also for our students to go out into the broader artistic community, to give our students exposure to professional rehearsals and commissioning of new works and how those get workshopped and how projects develop. We've had a very broad spectrum of careers, that our alumni have been celebrated in. Indie pop artists or avant-garde artists, or playing professional big bands internationally like the Maria Schneider Orchestra and the WDR Big Band in Germany. Heads of departments in jazz schools around the world and lecturers at all kinds of universities and tertiary institutions. Theatre, producers in the circus, in Circus Oz. Really it equips our students for a lot of different pathways in music. In order to apply for this course, a student needs to audition. The most important thing in the repertoire that they choose to perform and the way they choose to perform it is that they demonstrate their skills as an improviser. And what we're looking for there are not finely tuned skills, we're looking for potential. We also are gauging musical literacy, a sense of someone's ear or oral capacity, what they might know about harmony and rhythm. And we also often undergo an interview process where we discuss what they want to get out of their musical life and what they would be hoping to achieve or receive in studying tertiary music, because it's really important that they understand what our philosophy is and that they feel like that would be a good match for them to join our cohort. It's really exciting to be witnessing emerging musicians that are coming in and discovering new ways of making music, new ways of thinking about making music, watching how that grows and develops for them as individuals and as groups, and then going on to see that and how that works in a professional world once they've graduated.